Welcome back, everybody. Well, this is another challenge video from Red Room Diecast, and it's to show a variation of a particular model. So it could be a first edition, and then the next edition, or whatever edition, and then a variation. And well, I think I have assembled a nice mix of cars. A lot of them are older castings, and I have a lot of older castings, so it's fun to share those ones. Maybe you haven't seen some of these before, or maybe you have, but a long time ago. Well, it can be any model, any make, any brand. And so I thought, well, these are mostly Hot Wheels, except for I have Matchbox right here. And I thought this was pretty cool. These were on the shelf, so they were easy enough to grab. And well, there's two versions, and I found both of these at thrift stores, so they're in amazing good shape. And well, as you can see, somebody put their initials on the back of this one, but that's felt pen, so it can be cleaned off easy enough. And this one's called Dragon Wheels. And I'll show you the chassis because it's an old Superfast. And it's copyright 72, made in England. Dragon Wheels C, number 43 there. And so that's pretty cool. And then the next one, well, this one's actually called Hot Chocolate. So it's number 46, made in Hong Kong. Copyright 72 Lesney products. So that's interesting. I'm not sure what's up with that, but they both have metal chassis and metal bodies. And the cool thing is they flip up, and then you got this little prop rod that holds the bodies up. And so that's pretty cool. There you go. And so a nice looking dragster chassis, interior pieces there. So that's pretty cool to have both of these now. And so we'll put those aside. And well, let's look at the semi-fast. Now these are metal chassis and plastic bodies. And let's see, this is copyright 1998. So it'd be a first edition for 99. And this is based on, say, a racing semi that you'd see in Europe. They race these trucks, and obviously there's the racing engine back there. So that's pretty cool. And here's the second version. Now I think that's the first edition. It came in red, but there were variations on that where just the top portion was black, and there might have been another variation, but this is the one that I have here. And this would be the next color version of it. This might be second edition, I'm not sure, but I think it's pretty cool. And well, I don't know how many times they issued this, but certainly haven't seen this for a long time now. So that's that one there. Put that one off to the side. Well, let's look at an old van. Now this is actually based on a Dodge van, although they never used Dodge van on the chassis. So there's Hong Kong, copyright 74. So this is very cool. Again, I found this at a thrift store in amazing good shape. So this is one of my favorite ones. And then of course we have a premium version. And this was a Disney, so this was for, well, Sleeping Beauty. It was a series of vehicles with different Disney themes on the sides. And so it's nice to have the modern version to go with an original one. So that's very cool there. Put those off to the side, and well, let's look at two more. Now this is another first edition here, and it's the Dairy Delivery Got Milk, and it's a very cool casting. I really like this one a lot. There's Dairy Delivery there, and copyright 97, so it's a 98 first edition. And then of course they got a premium version, and this is a Muppet series. So you gotta love Fozzie Bear. And very cool with the Real Riders metal chassis. So those are two cool ones to have. And let's look at something different. Now, I believe these were the first ones that didn't feature any wheels for Hot Wheels. And, well, it's very cool. I'll show you the chassis here, or the bottom anyways. Copyright 1991. And the bottom portion is the only metal piece on it, but it's a very cool one to have. And if you turn the fins, then you get the different message, Hot Wheels. So that's pretty cool. And Goodyear blimp was the one that you saw overhead of most NASCAR races a long time ago. Back in the good old days, I guess you'd say. And then Fuji films, well, they would fly over other racing events and sporting events, what have you. So this is pretty cool here. And so you get Fuji there. And then spin around, then you get Hot Wheels again. So I thought that's pretty cool. Something different you don't see much of. Put these off to the side. And then let's look at 59 Chevy. Now this isn't the first edition, but this was part of the segment series. And the chassis here, so this is another copyright 96, I do believe. It was the first edition for 97, but this is a later edition. And it's pretty nice with the gold chrome and, well, whatever Western theme maybe they were going for here. So that's pretty nice. And then Chip Foose, well, he was involved with Hot Wheels for a little bit. And so he took a couple castings. This is one of them that he decided to do a few changes on. So he made it a two-door post, eliminated the fender skirts and the side exhaust. And now it's just a stock two-door post, lowered. And so that's pretty cool, I think. Slide those off to the side. And let's look at two more unique vehicles from Hot Wheels. Now, this is another older casting. So, copyright 1990. And I'm not sure what edition that is, but it's based on a sport truck, customizing, convertible, all the speakers in the back, engine coming through the hood. And it sort of looks like a Chevy S10, but fully customized, so it could be any truck, I guess. And here's another version of it, and that's pretty wild, but they're pretty cool, I think. So those are two fun little pieces to have. And here, I'll bring these two over. Now, this one I thought was the first version of it. I don't think this is the first edition. Let's look at the chassis here. So you see it's copyright 1979. And so I thought the first one came with this shovel or plow on the front. I believe this one was called Power Plower, I think it was, and Midnight Removal. So it wasn't known as a Chevy or anything, just Power Plower. And then I thought the next one, they just eliminated the shovel on the front, filled it in. But you look at the copyright, and this is 77, so that's pretty odd. I don't know, but maybe it came out this way first, and then they had a shovel. But either way, this is another Western theme, and I don't know if it was part of that series, maybe a segment series, but it's pretty cool. And they do have springs, the torsion springs. I'm not sure if that one does or not, but those are two of the cool trucks I have. And I had two others because I was in the process of cleaning these ones, and so it was perfect for the challenge. Well, let's look at something different again. Now, this is part of the 35th anniversary, their Highway 35 World Race, and it was a series of cars with custom paint themes, and there's the different series that they issued the cars in. And this is, it says well, between November 1st, 2002 and December 31st, 2003. So you get to send in purchase of 35 hours. Anyways, so send in a bunch of stuff and you get some free stuff anyways. And there's a little cardboard button there. And that was the package. And well, I showed you my treasure hunt version and first edition. Well, here it is. Very cool. And it's got the surfboards, co-mold wheels on it. Where two-piece wheels where they press the wheel onto the tire or the tire onto the wheel. And so that's pretty cool. So gotta love that one. Of course, they colored in the headlights and taillights, so that's pretty neat too. So the DR is a pretty cool vehicle actually. Let's see, we'll go over to another old casting. And there's the chassis there, so copyright 1990. I don't know if that's a first edition or close to one, but pretty cool again. Got a Lamborghini Diablo, and then another version. It's got a cool paint job on it. Turns from blue to purple. Very nice. And again, it's got metal chassis, and I'm not sure what edition that is, but it's cool to have those two. Slide those aside, and then I got a Variate. There's the chassis there, Variate. And I showed you the fuzz in the rear engine challenge video. And this is the first edition here. So it's very cool. And then we move on to, well, let's go to the Camaro now. This is actually from 1983. This is a first edition, or well, this was the remake of the original Camaro Redlines. And has the opening hood, and everything is essentially the same as the Redline. I don't think they changed it at all. You know, all the same features that you got. And you see there's a dent in the fender, so that's how thin the metal was. So that's pretty cool. And this one is the only one I've ever found. I would like to find an original one in great shape, but it's very nice to have that one. So that came out in 83, and I believe it was issued in 85, and then it went away and then didn't come back until the California custom version in 91. And so that's very cool. Opening hood. And then after 91, well, then this car was a staple in the Hot Wheel lineup, and there's so many different variations of this one. And then of course they changed the casting, and it no longer had opening hood, and it's got plastic chassis, but it's a recreation of the 83 version. You can see the paint scheme, except they added the flames and stripes on the top. But there you go. So it's very cool to have those two. I would love to find a good condition one. But anyways, that's cool Camaros. And then we go to, well, this is another first edition here. And it's copyright, let's see, where is it? 2001. So first edition for 2002. Very cool, Cadillac Eldorado Brougham. And then for 83, or 93, get my facts straight here. So 2003, they came out with a treasure hunt version. Now in Canada, you know, we were getting some that didn't have the Rail Riders, and this was before the basic treasure hunts. So these are the co-mold wheels again. So of course 2003, that's Highway 35. So the co-mold wheels were on a treasure hunt. So that's very cool. And then whatever before Premium Series came out, they did issue one special edition with Rail Riders. And you see, well, It's awfully narrow in the back. They could have put wider tires, but it's still cool to have another version of it. And well, let's see, that pretty much covers everything except for, well, I'll show you another first edition. This is from 2007, I do believe. So copyright 96. And this is very cool. It's the first motorcycle that Hot Wheels came out with. And it was a cool one. And this one's been issued many, many times in so many different series and whatever. So it's very cool to have. And then, well, Hot Wheels Racing, well, they came out with a line of NASCAR. And they actually issued the bike. Now, this was for the Richard Petty group of cars. So Richard was 43, Kyle Petty was driving 44, and Adam Petty drove number 45. And sadly, he wasn't able to continue on the family legacy because he sadly passed away. So it's really nice to have that as a memory of Adam Petty, because who knows, he could have been better than Richard, maybe, who knows. But anyways, it's nice to have those two. So thank you very much for watching, and I hope you check out the other channels and their challenge videos. So hope you enjoy these. Thank you very much for watching again, and I'll catch you in the next one.